Okay, so a success has come from the IndyCar world for once, and I'm super excited and happy about it. Last night, IndyCar had displayed 3 commercials, one displaying a Joseph Newgarden commercial, the other one displaying an Alex Palou commercial, and third one being a Pato Award commercial, which from my understanding and research, that actually took about $34 million just for them to allow to broadcast that. So that's pretty insane. But I found this post on Reddit talking about a trend for Indy after the airing of the Super Bowl commercials. And looking at this right here, it's pretty impressive to see how much of a trend Joseph actually had for Indy. It was Joseph, and then I believe the second highest trend was Pato, looking at it here. But it was Joseph, Pato, and Alex Palou. Yeah, so there is a bit of a negative, though, as it is displayed in the Reddit post as well. And the negative is that NASCAR actually had an impact as well into this. Now, my understanding is that Indy 500, Daytona 500, sure, they are completely different within the motorsport world, and if you have a common knowledge of motorsports in general. But we are focusing on the outside world, and to them, those two are basically the same thing. So it's really easy to get it mixed up with. So the Daytona 500 was really a massive play into the jumping into the IndyCar trend, because NASCAR actually also took a trend with these commercials that were aired. Once again, NASCAR continues to dominate within the Northern American region within motorsports. Not to say that there's no hope for IndyCar to get up to that same level, but I mean, we're just starting out really with Fox, and it's better late than ever, but this is definitely something to expect for future events that can happen within IndyCar's rise to getting themselves known within the motorsport world here in Northern America. Looking into the states of where IndyCar had a huge trend, it's interesting how Massachusetts was involved within the top 5 list, considering that it is the one state out of the top 5 that IndyCar does not race at. But there is a track, however, that is near Massachusetts, and it's a track that I think IndyCar made a complete mistake on marking off their calendars after 2017, and that's Watkins Glen. That could definitely help if they have a race back there with 100%. That could definitely help broaden and expand the knowledge of IndyCar within the country. Because still to this day, I don't understand why they decided to take Watkins Glen off after 2017, and to help also expand the calendar, have a race at Watkins Glen. Now, another thing that also continues to stagger over IndyCar is F1. F1 continues to still be put in place when it comes to open wheel here. And to this day, I still just don't know how that happened so quickly and abruptly, because about 6 to 7 years ago, if I had asked somebody about F1 or Lewis Hamilton, they would look at me like I was living under a rock or something. And now, suddenly, if you say F1, they will name you almost, and I say that very, very lightly, almost every driver on the grid. So F1 still continues to stagger over Indy, but I think that this is definitely a perfect stepping stone in terms of IndyCar's situation. If we can keep this up with what Fox is doing, in 2 years, IndyCar could be just as famous and as hot of a topic, speaking wise, here in America. Within 2 years, 100%, without a doubt. I definitely do want Fox to keep this up with making personalities, having a sort of, having a really driven story for the series that's put out there for newcomers to read, or people outside of Indy. Because if you have that really grabs people's attention. But nonetheless, I think this is great. This is a very positive thing for IndyCar. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.